No último vídeo a gente teve uma vitória contra os Vikings na semana 5. Conseguimos cumprir os requisitos. Eita, deu uma travada para passar o Conley para Stars. Melhorar o desenvolvimento dele, né? Melhor dizendo ou não? Ué, bizarro. Ele aparecer na próxima semana? É. Alguns jogadores ganharam pontos para evolução. Vamos melhorar a zona porque eu pra safety, então tô pensando nisso. O Japan, meu Deus, isso é muito melhorar em bloqueio porque é o que eu mais vou usar aqui. Agora passar pra próxima semana, ver se eu melhorou o desenvolvimento. Próxima semana contra os Patriots. Jogo complicado. Bom, basicamente vou ver se o Colin estranho, cara. Bom, de qualquer forma, eu aqui tem umas mensagens sobre alguns jogadores. Aqui algumas conversas que no antigo Madden não tinha. Conversas com os treinadores ofensivo e defensivo. Mesmo que eles não sejam, sei lá, pessoas mais, por exemplo, parece ali coordenador ofensivo. E eles também apresentam jogadores X-Factors que a gente vai enfrentar. Aconteceu com o Lammers contra os Dallas, eles mandaram mensagem. Acontece de novo sobre o Gilmore e também sobre o Brady, né? Mesma parada que aconteceu com Conley, né? Mas tinha que ser 2 sacks, mano. Putz. Oportunidade perdida de evoluir um jogador, mas agora já foi, né? Peppers. O cabelo dele tá muito estranho, parece um... sei lá o que parece. Bom, daqui ele vai pra Superstar. O Lammers tem esse fundo roxo porque ainda falta snaps para descobrir qual que é o desenvolvimento dele, mas deve ser normal. Parece isso com a maioria dos jogadores de primeira rodada. Esse é o New England Patriots, legal. Melhorar mais alguns jogadores, ganhando pontos. Dixon. Alguns jogadores serão muito estranhos e genéricos, né? A maioria dos jogadores são genéricos, não tem a face real dentro do jogo. Eu tenho pontos para melhorar o meu treinador também. Só ele, ainda falta 5 de XP para melhorar. Enfim, vou dar uma segurada, eu quero melhorar os defensive backs. Bom, na primeira rodada eu não sei quem eu vou pegar. Por enquanto toca a 13ª, já mudou de novo. preciso de 2 tackles. Um center também seria legal. Tá, acabou os pontos. O que mais tenho? Renovações, tentar usas de novo. O que ele joga bastante tempo, eu vou dar 6 anos. Com um salário maior, cara. Esse aqui por enquanto eu vou deixando. O Coleman provavelmente eu renovo na última semana, o mais tardar possível. Shepard não tem intenção de renovar. Powers também não. Van Halley tenho, Golden que ver.
The Patriots' nemesis returns to Foxborough. It's the coach. This is the NFL 100 Game of the Week on EA Sports. Coming up, the Pats have 6 Super Bowl titles during their run, but it could have been 8 if it weren't for the exploits of Eli Manning and the New York Giants. I'll be back with a look ahead to this weekend's slate, but for now, let's bring in the 2 men who will call this game, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the New York Giants. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And last week's win was indicative of how good this team can be. It was a complete performance.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by the only 6-time Super Bowl champion in league history. In his 20th season now, Tom Brady.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's 2nd down.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
You often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Brady. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. 2nd tour of duty for Watson with the Patriots. Remember, New England drafted him way back in 2004 out of Northwestern. He retired in the offseason after finishing the campaign with New Orleans, but decided to come back for one more go-around with the Patriots, and they might need him, especially with Rob Gronkowski no longer in uniform. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On first down, Brady goes underneath here to White. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now let's give you a look here at the New England offense.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game, because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Brady. Dorsett making the catch. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. That throw by Brady incomplete. A look now at the starters for the Giants defensively. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming.
Brady deferring to White on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Thomas. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long, pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 20 carries, 131 yards, and also the score.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
From the 31, Jones, and he slings one that's incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, and it's 3rd and short. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Throwing Jones. Flush to his right. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, hey, hey. You got 3, you got 3. 3 down, 3 down.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown.
Good job.
Cody Latimer, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does.
Let's go.
Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. To throw is Brady.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Returning is Peppers. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down this stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think he should just think about 1,000 yards either.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. It's John Simon with a sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey, check, check. Pick the edge. Go.
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a second down coming up. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Saquon Barkley. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
35 yards that time on the punt, and the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A throw complete to Dorsett.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
On the ready.
That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll run with Barkley. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
9 yards that time.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
6 guys, check 6 guys.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, orbit. Crunch.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That one caught by Ellison. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted. But they don't.
Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Finds his tight end Ingram. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Jones now on 1st and 10. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. John Simon able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. Jones. Flushed out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Barkley. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Rosas' kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and see
Start of the second half. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This one taken just inside the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now in this contest, and they're coming off that victory a week ago against the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go 1st and 10. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now Jones, off play action. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. John Simon in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
On second down, here's Barkley. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Jones throwing on third and long. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to make it fourth down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Yeah, great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Slant route, caught by Edelman. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing now is Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 44. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Again, it's Barkley. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. Here's Jones, throwing on 1st down. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. A season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes.
Hey. Ready?
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And oh my goodness, what a catch at the 6. First catch so far for Tate, and he's got a 1st down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Looking to throw. Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kyle Van Noy able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And an alley to run. It'll be a gain of 9, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
70.
2 Jones now. Gonna throw on 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
They had it 1st and goal. 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, it's just not as much space. You end up having to take 3 there.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The run on 1st down gets them a couple up to the 27. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Brady to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Back now in Foxborough. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. Brady. And able to find Dorsett. The 40. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Philip Dorsett, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches a football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. And New York set to take the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
After the run, here's 2nd and 8 from the 27.
At the 27-yard line.
They'll go to Barkley again. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. That last play, though, not indicative of the night he's had running the football.
No, you're exactly right about that because all through this evening, it's been their night, hasn't it? One play here, they get it against them. I wouldn't worry about that very much at all. Just continue to do what they've been doing.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Tom Brady needing a 4th quarter comeback here. He's actually only done it 8 times in the last 5 years, but if you break that down further, the Pats in those years rarely losing in the 4th quarter like they are now. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what we thought they would have to hold this offense to or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Brady now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Brady with a hook up to the fellow veteran Watson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady and a dump off to White. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Brady going to throw. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10, and he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Brady. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. The New York set to take the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. This is Barkley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. To throw on 3rd down, Jones. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
So now Jones and the Giants down 21-20, just under 2 minutes to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Rocket! Hey, Haywood! Fight!
Back to throw. A short throw to Ingram.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all. And now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
He'll look to throw. This is Shepard on the catch. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Gets around him. It's hauled in by Shepard. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Hey, watch the slant.
Now it's Barkley. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, stand up.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. On the run, it's Barkley. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is right there. It's good, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
And Charles, in this one, the 4th quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out. And I know we didn't on air, but mentally, I just didn't see this type of a comeback, especially one that put them in a position to put the real pressure on them down the stretch.
So for the Giants, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get a few extra